Good morning. Today's message is measure twice, cut once. Now for a woodworker like me, that has a literal meaning. If I need a board that's 20 inches long and I cut it at 19 inches long, it's too short. I can't use it. I mean, you can't stretch a board. It also has a figurative meaning, and that's simply that you should plan and prepare carefully before acting or making a decision so that you have the best chance of a favorable outcome. For example, sometimes we have to make decisions that are really hard in life, and they take time and effort. I've found, though, that the better I plan before a decision, then the better I act. So here's my advice to you. When you have to make a big decision in life, a major decision, do it carefully. Big decisions take time. Make sure that you're thinking about it, planning for it, and then act. Sometimes you'll run into people or situations where they'll say, act now. If you don't act now, you're going to miss the opportunity. That is so rarely the case. I have found that if I take a decision home, sleep on it overnight, that I make better decisions. When you're at home, you're in your own environment. You can take the time to contemplate, to ponder, to pray about it. And then in the morning, when you get up, you'll be better prepared to make a good, solid decision. Well, today's demonstration is one that I am looking forward to because it's a secret recipe. I call it Papa Steve's Perfect Finish for Furniture. Now, I've used this many times over the years, and Nana has pieces of furniture that she's had for over 25 years that still have a beautiful, durable finish. So here's the secret recipe, and it's simple. Only has 3 steps. First, you take Minwax fast drying polyurethane in gloss, and you take the brush and you put that on the board, just a thin coat, and you let it dry for 4 to 6 hours. It takes a while. I'll do that in a minute. We'll get to that. Then you come back, step 2, and you take this 220 grit sandpaper. You lightly sand the finish. You get the dust off. Then you put a second coat of Minwax fast drying polyurethane satin finish. Then you let that dry for 4 to 6 hours. Then you come back a third time. You take the sandpaper again, lightly scuff up the surface of the finish. Clean the dust off and apply the third coat again of Minwax fast drying polyurethane satin. That's it. You'll have a perfect, beautiful finish. Now, because of drying time, 4 to 6 hours is a long time. I won't be able to show you the finished product today, but I'll show you tomorrow, and you can see that I'm right. It'll take this board, which is a nice piece of cherry, and turn it into a beautiful, finished board that you can be proud of. And the first step is really simple. We take the gloss polyurethane and we simply put on 1 coat of gloss polyurethane. Now, the gloss, you will notice, works just goes on smoothly. I have a natural bristle brush, which I found gives us the best finish. So I'll just put on a thin coat of the natural. Now, some people ask me, why don't you spray it? Why don't you use lacquer? I've used lacquer plenty of times. I like lacquer. It has great benefits. But when I want the durable, solid finish, I use this one. So that just takes a second. Just one coat here. You can see I'll smooth out the brush strokes slowly with the grain. Thin coat. And then we're ready to let that dry. Now, there's one thing you'll know is it takes between 4 to 6 hours to dry where I live. Well, that's it for today. This is Papa Steve's Workshop, and I'm Papa Steve.